Good morning. Welcome back to Market Monday. This is our first Market Monday of the year. So welcome to 2022 and Happy New Year. So let's chat about what's happening in the housing market. We had 108 new listings come on the market last week. That number's up from 64 the week before. So that's super exciting. We're going to go in the right direction now as we expect more houses to come on the market as we go into 2022. It's going to be a busy winter. It's going to be a busy spring and summer in the housing market. 28 new listings. That's up from 20 last week. So that number also is more. So that is great. We are again headed in the right direction. So we had 158 houses that went off the market contingent last week. So they accepted offers, and we had 171 that closed last week. So exciting times as we are expecting the market to change a little bit as we go into spring. We're starting to see these numbers come back up. Currently, we have 827 houses available for our buyers and 37 more that are in the coming soon status that will be coming on the market within the next 21 days. Oregon and Point Place, your numbers are down a smidge. We're down to 20 active listings as of this morning in Oregon and 19 in Point Place. So that's how many are active and available for buyers. 3 new ones last week in Oregon and 4 new coming soons in Oregon, which is exciting. And then 2 new ones in Point Place, but no coming soons last week. So only 2. We had 4 that went contingent or pending in Oregon last week and 5 that went contingent or pending in Point Place and 4 that sold and closed in Oregon and 2 that sold and closed in Point Place. So we want the new and coming soon numbers to be higher than the contingents and solds. And so because we've been selling more and more are going off the market than we're actually bringing on, that's what's contributing currently to our shortage of houses, which explains our sellers market that we have currently. December numbers, statistics for Northwest Ohio are not in yet, but you can see in December that home sales were up about 5.6%. We had an increase from 2020 in new listings of 12.4%, which we're expecting to have higher numbers of new listings throughout the winter this year. That's what we're expecting. The number of days on the market in November was about 63. And then the average sales price was up to $192,559, which was an increase of about 5.7% over 2020. So let's talk about the updates that I have for you this week. One of them is that our winter 2022 buyer and seller guides are now available. Please feel free to reach out to me, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, and I will be happy to send this to you free of charge, no obligation. If you're thinking about selling or buying, these guides are amazing. And they will give you a lot of helpful information. And then if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. So we are, as I mentioned, expecting to have a lot more listings this winter than we normally do. So the second quarter or spring market is usually when we get the most listings. But right now we are projecting that we are going to have a lot of listings this winter. There are a lot of sellers who want to take advantage of this very strong sellers market that we have, because we know we won't stay in the sellers market forever. We usually shift about every 10 years, roughly, from a buyer's to a seller's market. So you can see back in 1999, we were in a very similar situation, very low inventory, very strong seller's market. And then we had 2008, 9, 10, where we peaked out in 2010 at a buyer's market. So that means we usually have over 7 months worth of inventory in stock. And when we have less than 6 months worth of inventory, that puts us in a seller's market. And that's exactly where we are today. We have less than 6 months worth of housing inventory, which leads us to a very, very strong seller's market. So this is why we know that we're going to be getting more houses on the market, because sellers are taking advantage of this situation. real estate is really driven by the changes that happen in our lives. And so many people are watching the interest rates, and they're also making changes in what they want from their home. So some people are buying bigger homes, some people are downsizing, some people are moving, getting married, getting divorced, and all these changes along with the interest rates lead to what's happening in the housing market. So as you can see by the yellow line, you can see in January of 2021, we were in around the mid 2%, 2.5% for interest rates for a mortgage loan. Just so you know, 1% of interest rate affects your buying power by about $12,000 on every $100,000 that you're going to buy. So if you're looking at a $300,000 home and the interest rates go up 1%, that's going to affect your buying power by about $36,000. That's a pretty good chunk of money. So it's really economical right now. Interest rates are still low. As you can see, we're still in December, we were running just a smidge over 3%. We had started the year around 2.5%. You can see in 2020, in January, we were up at some points almost to 4%. But because of COVID and everything that happened with the economy, it was down in those 2.5% by the end of 2020. That's where we started in 2021. The end of 2021, we wound up ending the year almost at 3.5%. We've taken a little dip down at the beginning of 2022, but we're going to continue to watch this interest rate because this will definitely affect your buying power and how much home that you will be able to purchase. So you can see here are the projections. They are projecting, this is Freddie Mac, 30-year fixed rate, what's happening in the market. So you can see the blue was all the way back, started way back in 2018, where we were all the way up like 5% a couple times, but we're running in this low threes actually right now. Fourth quarter of 2021, mid threes, the beginning of 2022. So you can see that by third quarter, Freddie Mac is projecting that we're going to be up somewhere around 3.6%. So that's about 0.5%. So that's about $6,000 buying power on every 100,000. So we definitely want to keep this in mind if you are a buyer. It is, even though there is a supply shortage, it's really still a great time to be a buyer regarding the interest rates and how much money you're going to save per month on moving forward with purchasing a home now. If you have any questions about any of the information that I've shared today, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do these market updates each week so that you have the information to make educated decisions. So if there's anything I can do, please reach out. I hope you find this information helpful. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week.